Well, hello everyone. So as you guys can see in the intro, I was getting all the materials and stuff for the build. Or not even build, I'm going mining. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I tried an intro out for the first time. I'm trying to like change my editing a little bit. I kind of want my editing to feel a little bit more interesting. But in today's video, we're going mining. I said we'd do that like I think the last video, and I really need diamonds, so guaranteed I was gonna do this at some point. I just saw a witherhead. Oh, chunks are loading. But yeah, I'm gonna be answering some questions I got. Obviously, my channel is very, very small, so I obviously didn't get very many comments. But I am also a viewer of other channels, so I decided to just kind of add to the add to the questions that I would ask another YouTuber, and I'm gonna answer them. So basically, I'm going to have like three different sections. I'm gonna have personal life, like me, and then I'm going to have Minecraft and YouTube. So I'm just gonna split them in three sections. Probably will put timestamps so you guys can skip through. Um, and if you're not really interested in that, well, I am very happy that you decided to click on the video anyways. So, let's find a cave. I don't know where I could find a cave at in the first place. Plus, my fireworks also ran out, so I guess we're just gonna walk. So, let's get going. Or swimming, technically. I guess while I'm going there, how's your guys' day going? My day has started at 5 in the morning. I had a very bad nightmare, and I woke up. I had a dream of dying in a car crash. It's not really not a very appealing thing. Now, that's probably a really disturbing start the video with, but it's true. It was a very, very awful nightmare. So I decided to play some Fortnite. That's kind of how I spent my time. But I hope you guys' day goes well. If you guys are curious why I'm not mining at my house, it's because a lot of the chunks under that we have used. Wow, that's a really big cave right there. We're probably going down there. A lot of the chunks near the base are all mined, and I don't think there's very many caves. I've strip mined that place from like 1,000 coordinates in each direction, and I have not seen much. I think we're gonna go down here, and then I can start the. I would say, is it kind of is it a Q&A? I don't know if it's a Q&A. I think it's what it is. Question and answer is. I think that's what it's basically said. Yeah, once I get down there, I can start answering questions. By the way, is that my parrot? I don't know. There's no way my parrot followed me the whole way here. I hope not, because that'd be very annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna get down there and I'll start answering questions. So let me just get down there. Oh, I don't have my elytra out. Wow, that was a very dumb move. Let's put my elytra on and then jump down and then. Oh, I see. I'm just scared of jumping off stuff like that. Then put my chest plate on and then boom, there we go. So I think in each section's gonna have like 6 questions, and I'm gonna try to like spread it out through the video. I'm worried that I'm gonna run out of questions by the end, but we'll probably just do something else then. Wow, I am just not doing good right now. I am just falling off everything. So the first section we'll probably start off with is like the me section, just kind of so you guys can kind of get to know me. Um, I'll start off with my name. My name is obviously not It's J Shot, obviously for very obvious reasons. But shockingly, my name on my YouTube username does not really align very well with my actual name. So my actual name is Jaden. Um, by the way, it does not start with a Y. It's not Jayden. It's Jaden. So like my username being J Shot makes absolutely no sense. But I really like the username, so that's kind of what I went with. I've always liked shortening my name a little bit, just to kind of because I've went through a lot of name changes, and it's one of those things where like I could never come up with a name, and like I don't want like a really weird alias on YouTube. Like I don't want to be like Muffin Sheep 412 because that's very like specific. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things that you like would not want as a username if like you were to ever like grow really big. Because I want my channel to be easy to find, and I found out that like it's J Shot is like very easy to get on most things. My name is usually common on most apps I get on. Oh, well, there's our first diamond right here. That's not bad. So the question 2 on my list, it is, what is my hobbies? My hobbies, I am very big into gaming, obviously. Like, that is, like, my main hobby, right? But I also do a lot of, like, side projects. I have a very big issue of starting projects, and then, like, I stop the projects, and then I start them again. And I just kind of, like, do everything. So, like, there are times where I will do, like, poems, I will do reading, writing. It's very confusing, but currently, right now, my hobbies are just kind of messing around with music. I like messing around with music a lot. It's one of those things where like I make very dumb music, like that is like really stupid, but I also go out of my way and I actually create some music that is like actually like I don't share with anybody, right? But like it's one of those things where writing music is very fun, or just creating music in general is one of those things where like it's relaxing. It's like writing poems. By the way, I'm not finding any diamonds currently, which is actually like I for every time I go into a cave, I can just never find any. But yeah, music is very relaxing to do. Um, I've done like I've done so many different things. I can't even like name all of them. I need to stick with one hobby. I'm trying to, but it's very hard. Everything looks so interesting and fun to do. So like I want to try everything. And then I get like halfway through what I'm trying to do. By the way, there's a lot of mobs. Like I get wait halfway through what I'm doing, and I always end up just getting really, really burnt out or something because I overdo it. And that's usually how like that's how YouTube was actually for me. Like, and I probably will talk about that in the other section, but like I get overwhelmed with a lot of hobbies I do, and I end up stopping the hobby because I was so overwhelmed. So like I have to like force myself or like make a schedule just to keep myself on track. There's so many creatures, but no diamonds. Wait, did I see a diamond right there? Was that a diamond? No, that's a cobweb. That is not a diamond. I don't know how I thought that was one. This cave just gets bigger and bigger. Jeez. Hopefully we don't run into a deep dark. That's why I also don't like going near my house mining. It's because like every single building, or every single cave is a. Thankfully, I thought I was gonna blow up the diamonds. Yeah, every cave nearby is a deep dark. I don't know why. My spawn is like really close to mountains. Oh, there we go. We're starting to find some diamonds. My goal is to kind of like get out of here with the stack, and then we might work on some other projects like side stuff. I'm not really sure what else we'd work on, but I'll find something to do. Okay, so going to my third question, it is how old am I? I am 19. I did just graduate. I didn't just graduate high school, I guess, but it feels like I just did. But I think I graduated a year ago. I think. I don't know. I have not been keeping track much. But yeah, it's one of those really weird things where as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize that like I actually liked high school. You always hear people say like, "Hey, you're gonna miss high school when you get out," and you don't really think anything of it. And it's one of those things where like once I got out, that's when I want to go back. I had a really great history teacher that I really loved there. He helped me understand certain things on history, and it, dude, school was just really, really fun. To that, at least to that extent, there was like I didn't really like the people much there, right? But because I went to a public school, public schools are not great. I don't think private schools are great either. So I don't think there's really a win-win there. But everything else besides that, I know my senior year was really good. I really enjoyed going to all my classes, and I got really good grades because my grades haven't really always been the best, but specifically inside, uh, like the final years of my high school, like I actually started getting really good grades, and I miss school, and I'm getting older, and soon I'll be like nearly 21, and I'll be at drinking age. Oh, there's another diamond. Oh, that was a lot of diamonds, man. That's really good. By the way, if this kind of seems a little bit messy, this is kind of my first time doing a Q&A type of thing. I've never really done one. I'm trying to be more talkative. You'd be shocked. Video editing and like making videos is very weird. Like it's fun, don't get me wrong. And I think my editing currently is really easy to do. But man, you guys should see the amount that I have to cut out because like it's some of it's silence. It's just silence for like a lot of it. I'm pretty good about talking. I mean, I talk most of the time. That's why like my videos are pretty long, but it's very fun to do. Oh, more diamonds. Seems like you viewers are actually giving me luck. I don't know. Because I'm telling you, this doesn't happen off camera. I do not find diamonds. I remember I found like more netherite inside the nether than I did diamonds, which like sounds weird, but like more like let's say ancient debris. Maybe not netherite ingots themselves, but like I think I walked to the nether like after like maybe 20, 30 minutes, and I found like maybe a good like 48, 50, which usually is like the diamonds I want. And I spend all my diamonds on like useless stuff like tools, which by the way, I will get that to that like once we're done mining, because that is something I really like to talk about. Side project on the Minecraft world. And getting to the next question, I know a lot of these are my questions because like it's very odd to do your own questions, but like it makes a lot more sense when you realize like I am also a viewer of YouTube videos, so like I also have experience watching YouTubers, so like there are questions that I would want to ask, and I kind of use that like that experience of being a viewer to kind of create my questions for myself. And I also have your guys' questions, which I will get to when we get to the Minecraft section, because a lot of those are like Minecraft related. So the next question I have is if I'm a very accepting person, which I feel like that's not a question that gets asked to a lot of YouTubers or anything. And I feel like it's a very important thing that you might want to know about somebody, because like you don't want to join and like support a YouTuber that does not support specific things. Um, like it's just not very like, how do I explain it? I gotta word this better before I say anything. Let me think about how to word this. Okay, so I think I came up with like an example. So, for example, let's imagine you are a viewer and you're part of like the LGBTQ and you're following your favorite streamer. And then out of nowhere, you find out behind closed doors, he actually just absolutely hates gay people and you're gay. That's something that you don't want to happen. Imagine you supported, you donated, and then you finally find out your favorite YouTuber is just an awful person. That's why I want to kind of put it out there. For me, I am very accepting. I have had my past of doing really like not great things, and it's one of those things where like I had to be informed by others to understand where I went wrong. And after a good amount of years, I was able to, in history classes, I'm telling you, the history teacher I had was very good, but it let me kind of learn a lot about specific topics that are very hard to explain unless you're getting it taught from like someone that's actually part of the community. And I think that's a very important thing, to make sure whenever you're getting information, you're getting it from reliable sources, because that is one thing that really can mess up things. If you're getting sources from like your parents or anything, you got to make sure you understand where those are coming from. Because if your parents don't know where they're coming from, then they're probably telling you a bunch of stuff that's not true. So be careful with what you get, right? But I am very accepting. I really want this YouTube channel, and I say our YouTube channel because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be ours, and I'd prefer everybody is accepted. I don't really want a community that's toxic or hateful or anything like that. And if that is you, this is your cue to leave the video because I do not want you on the channel. You're not welcome here if you're just going to be very discriminating against people. That's one of those things I really want to put out there. I feel like it's pretty obvious where my beliefs stand, especially like looking at the community center. We have trans flags, pride flags. Like it's one of those things where like I want to put that out there because I know a lot of YouTubers don't do that, uh, at the beginning at least. And I'm such a new channel that it's probably best just to already put it on the thing that like I have made mistakes. I have said slurs, right? I have done a lot of mistakes, and I kind of just want to make sure I have this. I'm basically owning up to it. You know what I mean? Like I think it's good to, if you do get in trouble for that at some point, it's good to recognize like, hey, you know what? I made a mistake and I'm willing to learn from it. And that's kind of why I just want to put that out there. So again, very accepting community. If you're not accepting, then you're probably not going to like this community because I welcome everybody. Doesn't matter religion, race, sexuality. Basically everybody's respected. I say basically everybody. Everyone is respected. By the way, I am like still looking for diamonds and it's not going well. By the way, apparently there is a deep dark down here, which is actually crazy. Everywhere I go, there's a deep dark. This is very funny, that the next question that I wanted to bring up, because I feel like it's pretty important. My next question is, why do I stutter so much? I think it's because I talk too fast. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, we're good, we're good. So I just talk really, really fast. I also sometimes struggle to get my points across. Oh, we're gonna spawn the warden. It's not gonna be fun. Okay, sorry. I'm like being very quiet. I'll get to the point in a second. I just don't want to die. So I'm very like fast talking. I talk very fast. I think I start talking so fast that like I'm like XQC, you know? I talk so fast to the point where I start stuttering really bad. And I also voice crack really bad. I don't know why that is. That's just a new thing apparently. But I stutter a lot. I've never been very good at public speaking. If you can't tell, I'm using and a lot. It's one of those things that I wish I could learn, which I probably will. And I probably will get better at it as time goes on. At least I'm going to try to. There are periods of time where, like, I think my first video, maybe back on, I was pretty good at not stuttering. Then as I got onto my content, like, a little bit more, I start stuttering. I start pronouncing words wrong. Yeah, I think I just have like a speech impediment. Like I actually genuinely think I do because it's one of those things where I used to have to like back in school when I was a kid, I had to go to like a speech class because like I could not pronounce words right and stuff. So yeah, I'm not great at pronouncing things. So if you're wondering why I'm stuttering, that is exactly why. So that's mostly just the section about me right there. The next section we're gonna go to is the YouTube section because I feel like that's another very important thing that I should probably. I'm kind of using this Q&A as a way of like explaining where my channel's going to go and what you should be expecting. And I think that's a good way. And then we're gonna get to the Minecraft questions, so don't worry. And obviously at the beginning of the video, I said there's timestamps. So if you really want to skip to the Minecraft, you can. Oh man, if I can find more diamonds. Oh, that scared me so much. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Nuh-uh, I'm good. And I'm poisoned. That guy has an arrow in his head. That's part of the actions and stuff pack. Okay, I know this is off topic from like the Q&A, but like, can we just talk about how regeneration sucks on Bedrock? I'm pretty sure I said this during my like working in the town video. I really don't like the regeneration. I think if they would fix regeneration on Bedrock, I think Bedrock would be very good, and I'd probably like it a lot more. But you know, it's okay. Well, I'm struggling to find diamonds right now, so I'll go to the next question. So my next section is the YouTube section, and my first question is, what made you start? And I started because mostly just out of my hobby. I think YouTube's one of the actually it depends. Because again, I'm gonna also get to more about like the channels I've had before, but I've kind of went through like many different phases. So as a kid, I started the channel because everybody was famous, right? I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be cool. Like that's something you want as a kid. It's you see YouTubers and you're like, I want to be that person. Then as time's gone on, I feel like my want to be a YouTuber has changed. It's gone from like, man, I really want to. I like the monetization. I really want to get monetized and stuff. Then now I'm like, I don't really care about getting monetized. I don't really want this to be a job. I want this to be my hobby. And it's one of the things that kind of grows as I go on. So mostly the reason I made my channel is because of multiple different reasons, but currently this channel was created from the fact that I like sharing my world. Um, I like showing you guys other games I play. Uh, I basically just like being able to show off what I do and who I am as a person because it's kind of like a diary. Um, that's the one thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is YouTube is technically like an infinite storage. So if you have videos you want to keep and like let's say you can't have enough space on your PC and you want to keep as many videos as possible, upload them to YouTube. That's what actually oh, I probably need to stop doing that. That's what's really good to do. I upload my videos on YouTube because like a lot of YouTube for me, it's not even me trying to get viewers. I do it for myself. Um, I like being able to go back to my videos and watch them and see like memories. For example, like especially specifically this channel, like let's just say like I wasn't getting viewers, which obviously getting viewers is always really nice. Let's imagine I wasn't getting them. I would still be uploading the same amount I'm currently am because I like making videos. I could very care less about getting famous and making money. You know, like that's just not my interest. So quick summary, I basically made my channel out of wanting to show you guys my content. So that's kind of it. I just keep cutting in because like I can't find diamonds. I just need to mention that I literally cannot find any diamonds. I found a good amount. 42 is really good. That's not bad, but like shouldn't we be finding more? This is such a big cave. I feel like I've went in circles in here. So because I still can't find diamonds. My next question, how long have I been doing this? Um so a lot of people actually brought up a comment a while ago. I think it was someone in one of my YouTube comment sections. He said something under the lines of uh why do you only have like one or two videos? Like this is I really like this, like underrated. But like I've had a lot of content before. I have like 60 videos privated. Um funny part is usually a lot of YouTubers like this is not their first try at making videos again. Like I've started my channel like 20 different times. I've I kept running into the same issue, which I'll get into more later, and like I'll explain. But like I've made so many like little things that which caused my channel to not be fun to do, and it felt more like a job or a chore than a hobby. And I've been doing this since like ooh this is gonna be a very awful comparison of time, but you guys know when like Imagine Dragons Believer came out? I think that just came out and I was playing Roblox and I made a video. Like it was that long ago, which is a pretty decent amount. I don't think I have the channel anymore. So I've had like multiple different channels. So I don't think my friends even know about this. So a I've had my other channel, which was a Fortnite channel. I'm really mad that I deleted that. I wish I didn't, but I kind of did sub to sub back in the day as a kid. Not a great way of getting subscribers because they don't watch your videos. So don't do that. But I was a very big sub to sub kid, and I did that, and I decided to delete my channel and reset, and then I got all my subscribers back plus like times 100 or times 2, which was really nice. So that channel was mostly about Fortnite, right? And then my next channel that I also had a Minecraft channel. I had a Minecraft channel back in the day. It was not very. I was a very very little kid, and I was doing like roleplay adventures, like kind of like Dan TDM did. Um, Obviously, were they great quality? No, they were not. They were like 360p or something like that. I I was able to like make videos and of like stuff like that. It was very fun. I also think I have a YouTube channel of me like singing. Uh, I probably could post that at some point. I don't think I'm gonna do that now yet, but uh, I have a lot of channels that are around YouTube with just like old content. But it's one of those things where like I always come back. I always come back. I'm always returning. Uh, and I just like making videos. And I'm trying to like stop privating my videos, but like sometimes you run into like creative differences and like as time goes on, and you like just get rid of stuff, and you just don't want to like. And it's better the private stuff. I want to mention that. Please private your videos than deleting them. Do not delete your videos. Private them. I've learned my mistake. I used to delete videos. By privating them, you still get to keep and watch them, but they're just not on your front page of your channel. So, I would definitely do that if you're trying to like keep that like old footage of you playing games. Okay, so like this trip is not going very well. Oh well, right as I say it, I have not been finding much diamonds. Again, for some odd reason, like out of nowhere, my diamond finding just kicked off. Oh my gosh, skeletons are so annoying. But their animations are really cool with the little arrows, like having the projectile inside the air, like the wind. Okay, I feel like this is probably one of the most important questions I probably should answer, and that's if I only plan on uploading Minecraft. I think I should probably clarify. I am not a one game channel. I know that currently that I've uploaded only Minecraft, so like it looks like my Minecraft channel. I am not. I don't like doing one game content, and I can kind of explain that. So in all of my time of being on YouTube, the reason I've always quit is because I always would do one game. Oh, that scared me. Oh my god. Okay. So we're gonna chill here and mine out of this. That was actually so scary. I did not like that animation. So like one thing of my entire time of being on YouTube, I've always like started the channel, and I was always like because every YouTube like to grow on YouTube, you have to do one content and one niche thing to grow, and it makes this very like unhealthy like thing of growing. Like so basically, you're like, huh, I want to be a Fortnite channel, so I'm gonna make Fortnite videos only, and I will only play Fortnite. As a gamer, you do not play the same game every day most of the time. Like, trust me, I have periods of time where I don't play Fortnite for months. So imagine I'm a Fortnite channel and I stop making videos, or like I stop playing the game. How am I supposed to make videos when I'm only a Fortnite channel? That's where the issue of doing one content of one game is a very bad issue. Burnout, um, lack of like, which I think is lack of like motivation is also burnout. So like, basically just that, and like, it's just not healthy to do, and the YouTube channel just doesn't feel genuine. And that's like the biggest thing. Like, I would always do those channels, and like I always felt really, it was just unfun. It was more of like a chore. I had to like, man, I have to upload Minecraft this day, and then I have to upload Fortnite this week. Like I have two different like things. Like I was growing a channel based on my game, not me, and that's one of the very big things that I really want to do this time around. I want to make this channel more about myself, which could sound egotistical depending on where you're like standing, I guess. But like specifically for YouTube, I feel like YouTube is supposed to be about you. Um, it's supposed to be you as a creator, like how you interact with the game and like I want people to be more interested in how I interact with the game than what game I'm playing, you know? Like, holy, this is a very big cave. Wow, this is a really awesome looking cave too. Like, for example, so I like this one guy called Dallas Med 65. I think I've brought him up. I'm gonna bring him up in like a future video on a different thing. But he is a Minecraft Bedrock YouTuber. I like that YouTuber, and I thought like maybe I wouldn't enjoy his other content because I was watching his Minecraft videos. I also liked watching his vintage storage content, which shows you that I like the guy as a YouTuber, not what he's playing. I can watch any game he plays because I like him for who he is. Uh, that's how I want my channel to be. Um, a lot of the time, like DanTDM, for example, like when I was a kid, like I don't watch DanTDM much anymore because I've kind of just like grown out of watching him. But for example, like DanTDM, I liked his Minecraft Let's Plays and stuff, right? But my favorite part about DanTDM was him. That is one of the things that I feel like is important about growing a channel. You have to grow the channel on yourself. Because when you grow your channel off games, it is not genuine. Uh, People are not interested in you, or they're interested in the game, which it really sucks to say, but it's the truth. And I think people need to hear that more. A lot of people are trying to grow channels the wrong way these days, and I've done that multiple times. And I feel like every time I've done that, I finally recognized why that's a bad idea and what I was doing wrong. I was making content that I didn't want to make, and I was making the game all about the game. I was doing tips and tricks. Um, None of it was about me, and I think that's a very, very not fun thing because YouTube is supposed to be very fun, where it's like you're making it. It's about what you're doing, and whenever that's not about what you're doing, it's not fun. So in short terms, I definitely do not plan playing one game. I will not do that. Obviously, like if you guys don't like that, I completely understand. Like, it might not be for everybody, but for me, I cannot do that. I will not do that. I feel like it's a very overrated thing now these days, where people have to play one game and grow in one game. If it works for you, it works for you. But like my channel is supposed to be more of a, it's supposed to be a genuine channel about myself. It's supposed to be about how I feel about stuff. It's just supposed to be my opinion, and I like that. I feel like more channels should be based on that. Like, I love hearing. Sorry, I'm ranting a little bit more. Um, for example, like I've seen a lot of YouTubers where they will like talk about their life, and I think a lot of them think it's not like a lot of people probably don't like that, right? But for me, it's really nice. It feels like I'm interacting with I'm understanding who the person is behind the screen. Which again, there is a certain extent to that, right? Like, don't be a weird fan where you're like very, very like parasocial. That's kind of odd, right? But like to a point, you're like, wow, this guy. I feel like he's really connected to his viewers, and that's really nice. And that's what I think a lot of people really need on YouTube. So my next question kind of goes with the last question we talked about. Why are your videos so long? So I feel like there is a very big trend on YouTube currently where it is to upload the fastest videos possible, the most overwhelming videos. I just built this in Minecraft. It's like 10 minutes, and it's just like cut after cut after cut, and it's overwhelming, and it's just too much. Um, I don't like content like that. I've actually made content like that because the reason I don't like it is I have personal experience of doing that. I've gone down a path of making very fast-paced content. Like, it feels way too fast-paced. Whenever I would watch my video, I'm like, why did I cut right there? Like, I had more to talk about. Like, I feel like everything right here is like, sections don't feel correct. It just feels like this is not how a human would talk because you're cutting so much out. So it feels very, like, unnatural. And I think that's where, like, my channel, I'm going to upload 20 to 30-minute videos. There might be a chance that I go under that, right? But it's not going to be because I'm taking things out. It's because the video was actually that short. And my goal for my channel is to keep like 20, 30 minutes. I think that's a good point to be. And if I get 15, that's okay, because like I don't expect all my videos to be very long, right? But I don't want my videos to be short for the reason of me cutting things out. And obviously you have to cut out things sometimes. Like there are times where I'm not talking, or like I did bring up something that like I just don't want on YouTube, so I just don't add that in. But a lot of the time, there is things I'm talking about showing how interested I am in the topic. Like, why would I want to cut that out? That's telling more about me as a person. I feel like it's important to show. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna leave this cave and go to a new one. But A lot of people might not be very happy with very long videos, and I understand some people might not enjoy that type of content. Personally, I've always enjoyed long-term content, like long forms of like 100 days on Minecraft, and it's like 2 hours. Like I like stuff like that, right? So that's kind of stuff I want to do. That's what inspires me to make videos. I love hearing people talk about their life and everything, and that's what I want my channel to be based on. It's not gonna be for everybody, and I completely understand if people do not want to watch my videos for that. But I appreciate you even checking on my channel to see if you'd want to be like part of it. That was probably a weird cut because I was yawning as I said that. But we're gonna get to the next question while I mine up. The next question is there a set time and day you plan on uploading? No, I do not plan on like making a set day to upload. That's another very unhealthy thing to do on YouTube. Um, I'm trying to mostly just tell you my experience as making videos because I think a lot of people could use it because a lot of people might want to make videos, and I'm telling you guys should also make videos. Making videos is very fun. Sometimes, like, obviously, you might not have the resources to do so, and that's understandable. But use what you have. I started on the PlayStation 4. I've uploaded on the PlayStation 4. Sure, my content wasn't the great quality, but why are you making videos? Are you making videos to, like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to do it for yourself. Uh, if you're not doing it for yourself, then you're not going to be interested in YouTube. You got to make sure, like, you're also doing it for your sake because you enjoy looking at what you're making and enjoy making the stuff you're making. I have a lot of compassion when it comes to, like, that topic. I really like to explain how I feel about it. But, yeah, I do not plan on making a set schedule. Sorry for the rant, but, yeah. So, my next question while I'm building up is, what's your future plans for this channel? Um, I have a little bit of an idea I can give you guys. Obviously, nobody really knows how the future will be, but my goals for the future of this channel is to be more of myself. I feel like I've always made a channel that was based on not myself. It was based on other games and stuff, and I've already brought that up, so I'm not going to vent out about that again. But I want my channel to be about me and more about myself and my personality. I want to play whatever game I want to play. I want to record so many different variety of games. I'd really love to play Gary's Mod, Fall Guys, just so many different games that could be like a fun experience. I want to make sure they are very well paced, not too short, not too long, or not even like not too long. If it's 40 minutes, it's 40 minutes, right? But like, I don't want them to be like very fast paced where it feels like you're like you don't know what's going on. It's cutting too much. So now we're getting to Minecraft. I will probably put the comments on the screen when I'm talking about these. So the first comment that I got actually was, "What's your favorite aspect of Minecraft?" That's a very good question. Minecraft is very interesting from the fact that like I don't know. I would personally say probably building. I'm a very big builder. I'm not really a big fan of exploring. I like exploring sometimes, but a lot of the times I just like finding one area and then I just stay there and build for like the rest of the time I play on the world. So, yeah, I think building is my favorite aspect. I kind of give you some reasons why building is my favorite aspect. Oh, I just need to get down here real quick. I don't want to die in accident. As I say that, as I fall. So my favorite aspect about building is the fact that like I've gone through so many different phases of my building that like it's really crazy to look back. So a while back I used to build like oak boxes and stuff, and now I'm able to build like I do now. It's very inspiring because like I watch so many videos on people doing it. I'm like, I wish I could do that. And then I thought I would never get there. But as time has gone on, I've gotten to a good skill level where I'm very happy with my building. And it's one of those things where like building you grow. A lot of other sections of Minecraft just does not give that feeling to me. Like the combat, I don't think you can grow on the combat. Maybe you can get better at like PvP or something, but like it's just not my interest. And it just doesn't have that same feeling building has. Exploring has so much to it until it's not very fun. I I don't know. I've personally never been a crazy big person about exploring stuff. Like again, it depends on the game, I guess. Minecraft's just not one of those games that I'm like really crazy interested in exploring. But when I do, there is sometimes where like I feel like doing everything. Sometimes I want to go to the trial chambers and fight mobs. Sometimes I want to go mining. It's kind of one of those things where I do a variety of things. But building is my favorite aspect of this game. And I hope that was a good explanation. If you have any more questions about that, definitely comment down below. And I will try to respond a little bit better with more responses to that. The second question I got was, what's your favorite Minecraft block? That's another very good question, and I can tell you right away, spruce. Anything that is spruce. I love spruce. Oh, maybe deep slate. Wow, that's a really hard question too. So I don't know if I can say two blocks. I'm going for my sake and for your sake. I'm going to say spruce because spruce just goes with everything. I don't know what it is with spruce, but maybe you could tell. Like I don't know if you guys realize, but like my village used to be filled, or like my town used to be filled with so much spruce that I had to remove and like start expanding my horizon of colors because all my builds were deep slate and spruce. And I was like, man, that's probably not a good thing. Everything looks the same. But spruce just looks really good with everything. I love building with it. I've learned to love the strip logs. Like back in the day, I don't think I ever used strip logs because I was like, strip logs. I mean, they're cool, but I don't think I'd use them for building. I'll just stick with like the normal log for my walls. And then I started using spruce wood, and I started incorporating like mixing spruce with the normal wood. Wow, was that the best decision I've ever made? I think that spruce just goes with everything. It is my number one block. So that is my favorite block. I love spruce. I'd say my second pick is probably deep slate. I don't know what my third pick would be. See, I only like those blocks, and that's probably a bad. Maybe calcite. I really like calcite too. Calcite can kind of go with most things too. I guess kind of going more into depth with that thing I said, I'd like to explain that. Like, let's go over block colors. I really like brown, black, and white blocks. I said blocks. I meant blocks. Those blocks are very easy to use with everything. They go with everything most of the time. Black especially, that goes with everything. It's like you never can go wrong with black. But a lot of colors like reds, oranges, I can't use those. Like that's one of my building like things that I really hope to get better at while building. But I've never been able to use very many colors. Like currently, you guys might have seen that one build with Twinkles the cow inside. That one building has acacia wood. That was the first time I've ever used acacia, and it ended up looking very good. I used some bright colors, but like that was my first time doing it. That's the only time I've ever done it. I've never used resin. Resin's one of those blocks that I'm not really sure if I could ever like use because it's way too bright. But I'm a very big fan of dark colors. So my favorite, if we're going for blocks, spruce. But if we're going for colors, probably dark colors. Yeah, leaving this cave is going to be very fun trying to find my way back out. But the next question is actually, how do you stay motivated? I stay motivated mostly from, and this wasn't a question, this is just a question I added myself, right? But I feel like it's a very important thing that I should probably mention. I don't. That's probably an awful way to respond to that, but I do not stay motivated. I actually have a lot of times where I leave this world. I think the one thing that kept me motivated in this world specifically is the fact that I keep coming back. If you always leave, make a new world every time you come back, you're never going to feel motivated to do anything. After I started keeping this one world, I've actually been able to stay motivated. The motivation is the fact that I'm continuing this one world. I don't think I could stay motivated any other way. I also like look at a lot of projects. And again, I think the one very important thing that keeps you motivated is not burning yourself out on Minecraft. Do not play Minecraft every day if it is making you very bored. If you are having, like, if you're like, wow, I really don't want to play Minecraft today, do not play Minecraft. You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like that. It's very hard. It's a lot harder than it actually is, than what I'm saying, because, like, maybe that's your only game. But playing Minecraft constantly, every day, all day, that's all you play, it can become, like, more of a chore, and it's not fun anymore. And I think it's very important that you kind of are able to limit your time on Minecraft. Like, I take breaks. There might be a chance that at some point you guys will see a break on Minecraft where like, I'm not playing for a little bit, maybe a month or so. But I don't play the same game every day. Like, I can't play Fortnite every day. I've recently been playing a lot of it, but that's because, like, a new season came out, right? But once I get bored of that season, I'm not going to play the game for, like, another month until a new season comes out, and there's a chance that I skip that season because I'm so burnt out on the game. So a lot of things about to keep motivated. Number one, keep the same world forever. A lot of people call it the long-term world. I mean, it technically is. I just don't like using that because it's like literally in every single title you see these days, and then they always start another world the next day. But I think keeping a world forever is very good. Definitely do that. Give it a try. Don't keep making a new world because the issue that I want to kind of go more into depth in that. Sorry for the rant. Do not make a world because you died. It is such a I've done that before and it makes no sense. You're going to have to grind the same way, the same amount just to get back to where you were. So why would you want to restart the world? Does that make sense? Like, for example, on the one world that you died on, you probably have more backup diamonds than you do on a world where you're going to start fresh again. So just start fresh again. You know what I mean? Like, or like, no. That's bad feedback. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. My bad. Wow, that was a really bad opinion there. What I was trying to say is stay on that same world, because going back to the start again and starting fresh does not make sense. Just use the diamonds you have in your chest. You know what I mean? Like, those are very good. And like I said, I've died so many times. I've lost like 4 sets of netherite armor on this world. And that's what I keep coming back. Like, there are times that I've tried backing. I backed up the world once, and it was in that one video, and I regretted that because I didn't like that. So I destroyed my stuff just to kind of keep the feeling of losing sets of armor and stuff. Because that's what makes this game fun, is restarting your armor sometimes. Like, sometimes your armor might go break. Making new armor, because that's what keeps the game. It keeps you motivated because you have stuff to do. But keep a world forever, and take breaks. That is my two big motivators. Before we go to the next question, I just want to mention that, like, I'm probably going to have... Oh, this is probably going to be a long video, because it's going to be really hard to cut certain things out. And that's where I kind of go back to, like, you shouldn't cut out everything and make your videos fast-paced, because there's so many things that I'm talking about here, and if I cut one thing out, it might make the entire topic confusing. By the way, if you hear my controller, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how to fix that. My mic literally has, like, a thing on it to, like, make audio very quiet. I think my voice sounds pretty decent, but you're gonna hear my controller. I don't know if I can fix that, so I'm very sorry about that. But that is the thing I plan on trying to fix at some point. Yeah, I think base is this way. I think it's right over here. I think it's over this mountain, maybe. Base is usually... We're probably gonna lag right as we get here because there's so many builds here. Like, you look right as you get in, and this is what I'm talking about. Look, like, whenever you keep a world, this is what your world turns into, and it's so pretty to look at. So my next question, right as I land, I will get to it, is what is the build that I'm most proud of? I had to get back to base so I could show you. I think that this house is probably my proudest project that I've ever built. It's not the best project, like, by any means, right? But the fact that I was able to build and match all these colors, this is my first time ever using calcite, and I went out of my comfort zone and I built this, and it looks very good. Maybe this entire area I really love. It feels lively. It feels alive. It doesn't feel very boring. I'm not really a big fan of the barn, but, like, I don't really plan on fixing that ever. But this, I'm a big fan of this. Probably my favorite build. Kind of has like a Stampy-esque type build. Like, my goal was to, like, have a bunch of buildings connecting. There's gonna be, like, a really big building with, like, a bunch of different connected layers. But I obviously kind of didn't do that because that's just a little bit too overwhelming. But yeah, this is my favorite project in the world. I'll give you guys a tour again inside the house. Like, I was really happy of how the interior came out. Uh, it's just so pretty. I'm very proud of this. Proudest project. Okay, next question. Yeah, by the way, I'm on the monument. I don't know. I wanted to fly over here and land up here, kind of look down at the world. So the next question I have is, why do you play Bedrock? Nobody really asked this question. Obviously, a lot of these questions are mine, but I feel like that's something that people might wonder. So why do I play Bedrock? I honestly, I really wanted to play Java for a long time, but every time I try to play Java, I miss Bedrock. Bedrock just has, like, this special charm to it. Um, I like the feeling of Bedrock. Bedrock's just more comfortable to me. I'm able to use a controller. I like playing on a controller. I don't like playing on a keyboard much. Uh, this world, I've also gotten too far on this world that I just don't feel like resetting another world of Java just to have, like, what is it, like, maybe better farms and some better things. Like, I don't really care much about it. Um, all I really need is a world I can build. I just need to be able to show off my creativity, and that's kind of enough for me. But yeah, Bedrock does have its, like, charms. It has a lot of cool things too. Like, we're able to use cauldrons with potions and stuff and tipped arrows. That's very cool. Um, we have a decent amount of things that are, like, special to Bedrock, and I think that's what makes Bedrock so fun. But there's also limitations, and I heard one guy say it. I don't know exactly what his channel is. I'm about to repeat exactly what he said, but he said something along the lines of, I really like the limitations because it makes it feel like you have to go out of your comfort zone to find out how to make that work. Like, Bedrock, for example, it's one of those games where you have to, like, I have to kind of work around those limitations. And like that guy said, that's fun. I enjoy that. Like, I'm not able to make redstone farms ridiculously, right? And I'm not able to do like crazy things I'm able to do on other things. But there are features on Bedrock that I can use and do that instead. I don't know, like especially like breeding creatures. Like I don't have to like wait 20 minutes to breed cows. I just have to wait 3 minutes and I can get like 100 cows in like maybe 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like Bedrock has faster breeding rates. It's one of those things where like Bedrock is special. A lot of people hate on it. It is very buggy sometimes, but like it's the charm, you know? It's the charm of the game. This is my final question, and I feel like it's another important question. It kind of goes back to like the first one about the Forever World. Do I ever plan on making another world? I don't know. I don't think I will. I like this world a lot. I don't really like the feeling of restarting every time. It's very unfun to do. That's what keeps me playing on this world is I'm able to just get on and like work on a project immediately instead of needing to get like diamond stuff and then enchant it and then finally get to making stuff. You know, it's not very fun. For example, like I think that there is a chance that maybe I make another world and maybe I get bored of this world and I want to try out something else. But I don't think I would ever leave this world completely. And I at the same time I don't think I ever will make a new world. The only way I would ever make a new world is if I'm playing a modded game. And maybe I make a modded Minecraft videos. Like maybe I do like an entire like video. I say serious, but like I don't mean like an actual like let's play, but like more of like videos that are like compiled of modded. Maybe I might play a modded world and we have like a forever modded world on there that we can kind of mess around with. And I use forever. I'm sorry, guys. That's like the trending topic. I know forever worlds, but it's one of those things where like I think can be very fun. Um, Again, it's a very complicated topic. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't plan on doing it anytime soon. That's all that matters. Before I end off this video, I do want to show you guys one thing I've been working on. This is a side project. I don't think I've showed my friends much. Look at the amount of ground I flattened over here. Look at this. Look how cool this is. Currently this is not done, and it will not be done for a while. So my goal currently, this is going to be a big farm ground area. I need to clear down. I always get on, so I get on and I play music and I just dig and I flatten the ground and stuff. So my goal is to make this go the whole way over here, maybe even around there. And I just want this to be all farm ground, just very big farm area. And I want to connect it to the city, or I say city, but like town. And this will be a new district. And I think that I kind of want to do. See, I thought about leaving the town, right? I don't think it's the fact that I want to leave the town. It's the fact that I want to create new districts to connect to my town. So I think we're going to start working on other districts. Obviously, this project, I probably will not do a lot of it on camera, but I will probably do some of it. A lot of this is going to take me very long. Trust me, this is not like I didn't do this in one day. It took me like, I've been working on this for like 3 days. I just get on, do this, flatten the ground. If it doesn't look good, I unflatten it and I fix it. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I plan on making another video very soon on or not even making a video. I have a video that I'm going to upload very soon. It's on Fortnite. So if that's not your thing, oh well, you don't have to watch it, luckily. But I definitely plan on playing other games, and I'm hoping that you guys will come along with me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.